Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Scotty Mays and Mike Wells stick around for personal reasons. Ransom Carr joins in to talk about his 48-hour film festival experience and is disappointed with all of us. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your for the second hour. We've survived the first one without getting kicked off the air. We were back for a second hour. You confused me. Mike Wells just licked his microphone and threw me off.
No, I didn't. I stuck my tongue out like it was a, I don't know if I could say that word. Penis?
Like poop noodle.
You can't say penis, but you can say poop noodle.
Penis is okay.
No, that's okay.
Oh,
because it's a medical term.
Penis.
You can't say Detroit.
So you got to test it and make sure it still works.
Yeah.
You can't
Not
say
your
piston.
penis, but the word.
You can't say pistons.
Detroit Pistons.
Anyway, we're back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in with this week's guest co-host, Scotty Mays.
Hey, are you live?
And
Not yet, I will be.
Okay.
are you going live too? See, everybody discussing going live. We're live on the radio.
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Oh, this thing's
Take
on?
your Facebook and slap it with your poop noodle. We're on the air.
I do that. That's the only way I can finish a lot of the time.
Mike Wells is sitting in with us, just sticking around for the second hour.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I know. They're like, man,
we're joined by Ransom Carr.
The great Ransom Carr.
The fantastic.
Why'd you look at me when you said that? Like, you looking for confirmation?
I was looking for reassurance.
Okay.
And,
if we're going to do words of affirmation, I like your glasses.
I think they're subpar.
I would pull that closer to. I would stick that thing closer to your mouth, Ransom.
Just like you do just like your poop noodle.
Yeah, perfect.
That right there.
Right
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Check.
You're not just check. Yeah, we're good. we were discussing off the air, and it turns out that every one of your guys' favorite actors sucks. So I just wanted to go ahead and clear that up.
He's one of them. I have many.
Oh, okay. Do the rest of them suck or just him?
Well, I don't know. So here's something that you may be disappointed about. I'm a Leonardo DiCaprio fan.
No way, he's the greatest. Come on.
He's amazing.
Like I loved him in Gangs of New York. I loved Gangs of New York. It's one of my favorite movies.
Couldn't stand that movie, but I've liked him in other things.
Catch Me If You Can is hilarious.
That was okay. That was a pretty good.
I still haven't seen The Reverend.
Oh, that's good, man.
I haven't seen that.
That's the one he won his Oscar for. I still haven't seen.
Yeah, the sad part is, like, he definitely deserved it, but he deserved it on so many more that I thought were better than that.
Not The Beach, though.
Beach is horrible.
I love The Beach. Come on.
It's a weird movie. That like entire running scene.
Now,
Fighting the shark.
early DiCaprio, not a fan. Some of his later
Gilbert
stuff
Grape.
What's even Gilbert Grape?
Gilbert
awesome
Grape
in
was
that.
good.
I thought
Gilbert
he
Grape
was special.
Good. He was special. Yeah.
No, like actually special.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good
So
one.
he was
That
shocked
a
on
good
his next movie when he actually spoke clearly.
Yeah, he's like, I don't go to Water Tower.
Yeah, that special kid really can't act, and you saw him in his next movie.
Yeah, they really fixed that.
Yeah.
Stem cells, man.
Yeah,
Stem
that's right.
cells.
But no, Christian Bale's terrible. And I'm just going to say
No,
I'm just going to
he's
say
not
Christian
terrible.
Bale is
He's not.
awful.
I disagree.
You're all wrong.
The Machinist?
The Machine. Oh my God.
No thanks.
You never seen? Have you seen The Machinist?
Like I said, I don't watch some of his
I think
movies
it's
because
we
he
have dark
sucks in everything I've
personality
seen him in.
too, so it's kind of
What have you seen him in that he sucks so bad?
Well, Batman, I couldn't stand him in Batman.
You're an
I thought He
idiot.
was awful. I thought he was awful.
Agree to disagree, but you're an idiot.
Well, here's the thing: superheroes with asthma don't really make me feel safe. You know,
They make me feel safe because I always see where their cats are
Mike, I
tracking
just
me.
want you to talk like Batman the rest of the show. That way, it really gets on Don's nerves.
well that way I'll try to see.
We're okay,
I'll try to see if one of you guys has an inhaler he can use. So that way, so I don't want gas.
mine has crack
passing
in it.
out.
I wouldn't suggest using it.
What's that?
Mine has crack in it.
his inhaler.
Like the essence of crack? Like what
No,
kind
it's
of
real
just the actual
crack.
crack, like crack cocaine?
Essence
not like,
of crack.
He was at Sinclair
like-
before he
Well,
came
we were
here,
discussing anal sex a lot, so
You can say anal sex,
Yes.
but you can't say A-S, other word, and then the
right,
F word.
right. That would be
Oh.
terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've
That would
just
be
switched it to
yeah.
Poop Noodle.
Poop noodle, yes.
Yeah,
You're giving them slipping the poop noodle.
I'll let you guys handle that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we appreciate that. So you're just going to stay there and be quiet while
I'm
it
not going to
happens.
handle anybody's poop noodle. It's all on you guys.
It's the only way I can do stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ranson. Right.
There's
Yeah.
4 morons in here.
I
now.
think
we're
I'm-
about to
yeah.
we're about to blow the
Yeah.
roof off this place.
Oh, I think so. Somebody.
There may be some spontaneous combustion. You keep looking out the window. Being like, I get paranoid.
He's
dude.
hoping that there's
Yeah,
somebody else
yeah.
that's better.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Please,
another
I need a
DJ
guest.
comes along with better guests, and we
Yeah,
can
I
all
don't blame
just
you.
leave, and we will leave this show for somebody else to.
I'm
Try
just
to
gonna
pick
do
up the
things with
pieces
this
and move
microphone
on.
when somebody that you like comes by to rush them off.
That's the thing. I don't like anybody though. That's the problem. apparently, I'd have no ability to judge terrible actors. Like
I don't know how I feel about this right now.
Anyway, welcome, Randy.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you. How you just finished a 48-hour film festival?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun and also very tiring and hard on the marriage. You know what I mean? All the way around.
Yeah,
Gone
yeah.
all night editing, and she's like texting me like, "All right, hey, where are you really at? I've seen you edit in 5 minutes before, and it goes really quick, and because that's all it was. The video was 5 minutes. It was comedian Brian Swinehart came up with this idea for Easter Seals Film Festival. It's a disability film festival. So he knew this kid from where he grew up in Covington, and he wrote the story around him, and then you get everything you have to put in the story. So he has to go back and like add things in, obviously like the one guy had to wear a hat and somebody had to have a coffee cup and, certain things have to be done in the film festival so that they know it's all recorded then and not before
Right.
and written, it's that way. And so we had 48 hours to get it all done. We got it done and I'm really proud of it. It's probably the best thing I've ever done, which is probably doesn't say a whole lot, but it is really good. I'm really excited that he let me have a big part of it. And there's a kid named Scooby. His name's Dennis Willoughby. Is the main actor. He has Down syndrome from
And
Covington.
the character's
Yeah.
name is Scooby.
Well, his nickname in his whole life, in real life, has been
Oh,
Scooby.
okay.
So we based it around him. Brian wrote the story, and then we had a guy come in named Matt Witherspoon. He filmed it, did a really good job, and then I did all the editing, and I also acted in it. I'm the mean boss, and I take advantage of the kid with Down syndrome and place bets that, like, with him, like I bet him $100 that his favorite high school football team is not going to win.
So you exploit him,
Exactly.
right?
Because that's what I do well. I'm a
Because
jerk.
you got to be careful when you say take advantage of.
You're
'Cause
right.
there's
You
some
do,
other-
yeah.
You exploit
Especially
him.
nowadays.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I just wanted to make it clear.
Right,
Because that's
yeah. No.
a whole different
I
type of movie,
exploited
and
him
that's-
for money and
Okay,
made him
yeah.
work late at his job and did awful things.
That's what I assumed you were saying.
Yes, I understand.
Me
you
too.
need to explain
But
this.
yeah.
In the Harvey Weinstein. Why are you winking? Come to my trailer,
Good,
buddy.
Mike.
See, the sad thing
Oh,
is,
that's funny.
all of you have been on set with me, so the fact that you're
Yeah.
saying this doesn't make me feel too good about myself right now.
Yeah. Well,
Me too.
we know what we had to do to get parts in your movie.
The
So-
sad part is Scotty acted and never even got seen on camera. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, good job then.
he's been
Like,
cut
well,
out.
you miss one shoot and you're fired.
Yeah.
So
That happens.
Smoke
That's-
crack and you're fired.
I'm
Hey,
kidding you.
hey,
That's
hey.
the,
That was
Well,
method
not for
acting.
you.
Hey.
That was
You had to
method
get- yeah.
acting.
Well,
Meth?
you weren't supposed to.
meth
Triggered.
acting is that?
Triggered.
Meth
Right now.
acting.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Oh,
triggered.
we triggered Scotty.
Yeah,
Oh,
it didn't
we
take
gotta-
much.
Yeah. It
I
doesn't.
got so many
It doesn't.
words I could say on the word trigger. But that's just.
Yeah. Now it's back to horses again. So,
Nice.
well, we talked a lot about horses, and
Yeah, but you went way back, Long John Silver type.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah.
So
All
what
I
do you guys
feel
think
like
of the
it-
economic situation right now
Yeah,
in
I
the world?
feel like this
How
room
about I
is just
said
full of
Long John
ADD
Silver
right now. Like
Instead
we're
of
just
Lone Ranger.
we get sidetracked so easy. All of a sudden we're talking about a horse and whatever you and Scotty did with it. Me and Mike were real uncomfortable.
Hey, the horse had no name.
After you guys are done with it, get it out of here.
He's out in the desert somewhere. What?
Moving on. So,
So it's supposed to be released at some point, I believe today. So I'll have a link I'll be posting on Facebook and try to get a lot of people to see it, and hopefully it wins something or gets a lot of
validation.
A lot of play, yeah.
So you can actually release it on YouTube before it goes.
So the
before
film
the
festival, no, the festival itself is giving us a link to start putting it out today.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so there's I put up a movie poster earlier today promoting it and said that the link should come out here soon. So Brian texted me earlier and said that they should be sending him a link that we can start promoting it. So
Awesome.
yeah, it was exciting, man. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Would love to do it again, but like I said, I literally didn't sleep Saturday night into Sunday to get it done, and that's rough, man. That's just rough. Scotty himself is used to that, but not me. Not me.
Bang, man. You guys are mean to each other.
Jeez.
I'm the nice guy. How am I the nice guy?
Dang,
man.
Everybody in my life has a different type of love that gets expressed, and this is just it's a love-hate relationship.
It's a man love
I
relationship.
truly hope he chokes on his ham sandwich out in the car. But I mean that in the most loving way.
Are you talking about me? I don't even have a ham sandwich.
I do.
Yeah, that's,
What a
we're getting
jerk.
really personal now.
What a jerk.
Guess I'll be the only one eating a ham sandwich today.
You
Sorry about your
remember
luck.
when you used to come in here and you'd get cookies? What has Don done? The production values went way down here. I used to get cookies.
Give me that water back.
It's almost gone now.
Going to your next guest. Spit it back out.
Oh, wait, do you have water?
No.
We did.
You did?
I
No
offered
water
you
for
a
you.
water.
Did you
Scott.
really?
You said no.
I don't think you
No, he really did. I remember him asking.
It was between your
What is
third-
that?
No,
Exactly.
Don, I don't hydrate
It was
myself.
between
Yes.
your 13th Red Bull.
What
Yeah,
was
if it doesn't have 16 milligrams of
No, is that a
caffeine-
number we're throwing out now?
Yeah.
16
I threw it out
milligrams.
there.
He's
I
going
threw
to
it
play
out
with
there.
eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah. Yeah, he could. Actually, he could pass.
That's what I sound like when I'm on
Yeah,
crack.
talking like that, he could probably pass for what's his name? I can't even think of his name now.
Christian Bale.
Christian
Yeah,
Bale.
I knew you were going there.
Exactly.
I knew you were going. You know what, Don?
See,
I
that's
really
how
liked
much
this
I
show
care
before.
about Christian Bale is I can't even think of his name.
Are you like even wondering why you even
Yeah.
came here?
Or Christian
Absolutely.
You're like,
all I
what?
can think about right now is a ham sandwich. Thanks. I'm so hungry.
On a
What
focaccia.
about Christina Ricci?
Who's that?
Oh my God.
Adam's Family.
I'm just joking. I don't even know who that is either. No, I do.
I've heard the name.
I do.
Now I
I've
feel like
heard-
the
I've
jerk
heard
that
the name,
knew. You know, the Adams Family.
You know, Annie, get your axe.
No thanks. See, yeah, you guys. See, I'm throwing out numbers. You're just throwing out random words.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
it's
picked an
called
actor that's
Tourette's, and
dead.
thank you for making fun
I
of me.
did.
You went the weak route. Like, oh, he was so good in the art form. In The Godfather. I loved him.
Well, yeah, because I didn't want to pick an actor that sucked. You guys picked an actor that sucked.
What?
So that's
Mine won an Oscar.
what does that mean?
What does
I
that
mean, really, what does winning an Oscar mean?
White
Yeah,
privilege.
He had a great performance in something.
Not necessarily.
What?
What? Al Gore won an Oscar. What does that mean?
And that was inconvenient.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
he got
it's
you
the
there.
truth.
Ba-dum-bum.
He might have you there. I was with you the whole time. And
No, what? Like, okay, he won an
Then he
Oscar
threw out
for
Al
acting,
Gore winning an
for
Oscar.
acting, for
Okay.
acting.
Again, if you can win an Oscar for being Al Gore, what does an Oscar
He
mean?
wasn't
I don't think
acting,
won
though.
it
He
for
produced a
being Al
documentary.
Gore.
Huh?
He
couldn't
produced
win a
documentary.
presidency.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy, you're gonna
Jeez.
get escorted out of here.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially here. I should have went to Sinclair.
You should have went to Columbus and told that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did last night.
Did you tell that joke?
No, I just need to shut up.
All right. God, you guys are terrible.
I'm terrible.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
That girl that I had that anal sex with thinks I'm terrible.
Joe Bell.
Is that a medical thing? I hope.
Poop noodle
Yeah,
was a medical
that's
condition.
Poop noodle. Yeah, that is definitely a medical condition, and you
I
should
enjoyed-
seek help immediately.
I enjoyed doing your show over the years. Since this is your last one, apparently. It's
Absolutely, absolutely.
been a lot of fun.
Yep. See, and I'm making that decision too.
I'm pretty
we're-
sure.
I'm
I
not-
don't want.
Deciding at this time.
I'm pretty sure I don't want the Easter Seals to see this. Actually,
Yeah, fortunately, because
So-
it's on the radio.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping to get invited back again, but clearly I'm
It's
not
a lot
going to
harder
get
to
invited
see.
back again.
Well, if you didn't defend Christian Bale so heavily,
But
you know,
there's
if you didn't
nothing-
so angrily defend Christian
defend
Bale
Christian.
and his
how do you feel about
terribleness.
Paul Rudd, Scotty?
Oh, you know what? You guys all just suck. Paul Rudd.
Not me, buddy.
Man.
I like Paul
actually
Rudd.
I enjoyed him as Ant-Man.
Thank
I haven't
you.
seen Ant-Man, so
I
I,
don't.
can't say.
There are some movies I did not enjoy him in because the element of
Wanderlust
humor-
is amazing.
Yes.
That was that the one with what's her name?
Yep, her name.
Yeah, from Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one sucked.
No.
Oh, that was terrible. That was a
Knocked
terrible
Up,
show.
fantastic.
Yes.
This
Thank
is 40, fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no 6 feet below hell, but
Okay, Don.
Exactly. Exactly.
his face was so serious. I know. I know.
For you guys don't know, Don is a amazing American actor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You really are.
You
I'll
really-
give you
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Your performances are up there with
You're like a diamond in the rough.
that kid from the movie The Mask with Cher in it, or whatever it's called. Rocky Dennis.
Rocky Dennis.
Rocky Dennis.
Your performances are just that great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am glad that you recognize it. See, I don't need an Oscar. I have a Wells.
Oh.
That sounds like I'm a sex slave.
I have a Wellsy.
Yeah.
He's poop noodle deep
As he
in that
takes
well.
his bathrobe off.
I'm trying to get back on this show. Man. Come on.
That's okay. I can be crapped on. It's good. I can take it. I mean, not like that.
What?
you know.
I can take it. I can be cracked on and I can take it.
I can take it. Joe Bell.
Every single time I say that, I get a little harder on the inside.
As long as it's on the inside.
Yeah.
We have lost this show, so I'm going to go ahead and take a break because, to be honest, I don't even know where the hell we're going at this point. So,
Been fun.
yeah, it's been fun. Shit, we'll see you next week.
say, see a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down and smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be. Yo, shit.
All right, welcome back to the show that wouldn't end, the Afterlife. Well, this is the Afterlife radio show because we died in that last segment.
Uh-huh.
Get it.
A whole bag of peacocks is what we're eating in here
Yeah,
today.
the whole bag of peacocks, right there, right back to it.
Yeah.
Scotty May's sitting in as guest co-host for the week, so
Hey.
I'm blaming it all on him.
Yes.
We sure
Michael
are lucky.
Wells,
You should feel
Sure are
blessed.
lucky.
Hashtag blessed even.
Yeah.
Man, don't.
hashtag bag of peacocks. Michael Wells still sitting in with us, hasn't run out of the building yet. Ransom Carr
Hasn't been
still
escorted out of the building yet.
regretting showing up, and here we are.
And I was late, and I
Yeah.
still regret it.
I think that's what the problem was.
Great.
You were
I should've
late
kept my
and
mouth
you
closed.
threw me off my game.
You know what?
like your
sucks? I didn't get
mistress.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
I didn't get.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So I'm just drinking this.
We
stuff.
have to end the show early so you can go get your.
Oh, you're
sister.
drinking water? You're drinking what's good for you.
Shut your mouth.
Okay. All right. So, hey, I got a show I want to plug.
All right, plug away.
It's
As
got
you-
weird.
Yeah.
Everybody's staring at me. Can y'all look away for a
Well,
second?
you
while I
took
tell
control
Well,
you
you
of
this?
the show.
just took the attention away
I
from
did.
everything
Yeah,
else.
you
we
said
were
it
doing. Now
like
you're
proud, like you're
complaining
about to
that you
perform in
have
front of
the
a
attention.
king. Or
I
something.
redirected all of that onto me, and now I regret it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Don, I got a show I want to plug. All right, go ahead,
Does it sound
Scotty.
like that?
Yeah, and then
Did it
nothing.
really sound like
And then
that?
nothing.
It did.
Really,
It
right?
sounded like you were absolutely demanding.
It was like a squirrel moment.
We're talking about like bombing Syria. You're like, so I got a show I got to
Yeah.
plug
Yeah.
in
Well,
Syria.
if you want to see bombs on stage, come see me in Sydney next Friday at the Phoenix Reloaded, I guess.
Phoenix Reloaded.
I don't
in
even know if
Sydney.
that's the name of the place.
Yeah, it is Phoenix Reloaded.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll be headlining that show that night.
Headlining.
Which I don't even know if I have any
Wow.
business doing that after trying out for the World Series of Comedy.
Oh, did you get some good news on that?
I got some great feedback.
You got on stage,
so-
though, right? You were
Yeah,
actually
I was a
accepted. Oh, that's
participant
fine,
in the
that's fine,
contest,
yeah.
and I made everybody laugh. You know, I did what I needed to do, but unbeknownst to me, there's so much more to this. But the crowd doesn't know that.
Right.
The crowd doesn't
Right.
really. They're there to laugh. So
I
if
got
it's
penalized for
funny-
taking a beer on stage. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I barely ever drink too. Like I'll just take water, but like that night I was like, I'll have one beer.
Oh.
And that one beer is the beer I took on stage, and they penalized me for it.
Ugh.
No,
All
I
right.
got some great feedback though. So and I took that and ran with it and started. So now I have to restructure. Like I'm in the middle of rewriting all of my material with the way
Who,
that it's delivered.
And you're going to try to headline
No, I'm going
with
to
all the
succeed.
rewritten.
I'm going to succeed.
Oh, well, you are going to headline.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
So
gonna,
in the middle of restructuring and rewriting all your material, you're going to try to headline. You're going to
Well, I've already committed to
successfully.
it.
You're going to success.
I'm going to
emphasis
successfully
on-
show
You're
up to the
gonna
venue.
successfully-
I've successfully arrived.
Who gave you the feedback? You remember?
Not
Lowers.
no, it was the other
Jason.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason.
Jason gave me great feedback. Lowers gave me mean feedback, and it was actually hilarious because he said my set was all over the place and it was a mess. And Jeremy Johnson was standing next to me, and then I'm like, step to the side, like, wow, that was nice. And he looks at Jeremy Johnson and goes, I loved your joke about meeting your wife at the Waffle House, having sex with her that night, and 6 months later you're a dad. And I'm saying, that's my joke. And Jeremy goes, oh, that's his joke. And Jeff Lowers just looks at me like, oh, good job on that joke.
Yeah, on that one.
Wow. But the
And
other
it-
guy was amazing feedback. Like,
And
a
then he
lot.
turned around and punched a baby.
Yeah, exactly. And then threw it across the room. Luckily, I was there to catch it, rock it
And-
back to sleep.
And you
Yeah,
were the hero.
and handed it back to
but
the
didn't
mother.
even
Yeah.
get credited for that.
That's correct.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but he gave a lot of sound feedback as to like what bookers look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm questioning some of the people that book me.
Apparently, they don't know what they're looking for.
You just have a cool name.
Yeah,
That guy sounds cool. Let's book
yeah,
him.
it's the hair.
What did
Yeah.
he just say up there?
It's the hair. And
Did he
yeah.
just bend over and Percocets fell out of his butt? Come after him.
We're booking him.
But
Just
it
because
was
we
cool.
could use the pick me up, I guess.
Oh, it's
Wait,
Where do we go from here?
So what was your show again? The Sydney Opera House? Is that where
The Phoenix Reloaded.
the
Thank you,
Phoenix
sir.
Reloaded?
Thank you,
yes,
Mike.
yes.
Thank you,
It's,
Mike. Yeah, Friday night, next Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah, do some good comics up
It's
there.
the Man Love Coffee House.
Yes,
Really good
That's
coffee.
Starbucks, actually.
Watch your mouth, Don. That's fighting words, Mr. Smith.
And Mike fell asleep. Did you notice that?
Nah, I was just thinking.
Say what you want about Christian Bell, but you bring Starbucks in this, we'll fight, buddy. We will throw down.
The man
You must be
loves
sad
coffee.
that they're closing for a day on May 29th.
I didn't know that.
Why are they doing that?
Because they arrested those 2 black guys.
Oh, okay.
So now they're
I
having
heard something
a
about
racial
that, yeah.
sensitivity classes. Are
Even
being
though,
held.
okay, the thing is, I was talking about this at work yesterday. It's only one person's fault. It has nothing to do, people are going after Starbucks.
Right.
It's like Starbucks is like, black people suck. Which they
Which
don't.
is not Starbucks
Yeah,
saying
which is
that. It's the
yeah.
one idiot.
Yeah, it's just one manager that called the cops because they didn't order anything.
Yeah, I mean,
So
how
now,
do you think?
they're boycotting, literally wanting to boycott Starbucks because of one person, and there's one manager's stupidity.
Yeah.
That's it. And you're taking out the entire thing.
That's
Come
like
Yeah,
boycotting
everybody
Fox
gets-
News because Sean Hannity's name got brought up. by
That's
the-
like not getting BP oil because they leaked all over the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I right?
Right, am I right?
Well, I mean, that's
Right,
because it leaked
yeah.
all over the ocean.
Right.
But you're talking about,
Yeah.
You're talking
How
about,
dare them punish that BP for that?
That's like
Oh, I only buy my gas at BP now.
buying
those
night.
oceans.
Yeah, you're like, I don't need no fish.
Yep. I don't like seafood anyway.
I'm
Yeah.
allergic.
Disgusting.
I'm just being
I don't
selfish.
care how many salmon died. I'm with you though,
Oh
Mike.
my god! You did not
I
hear
did
that?
not do
No.
that. I did not
I
say
didn't.
You
that.
slipped that shank in there.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was just being no.
Said, yeah, it's not worth repeating.
No,
What
it's not
did
worth me
you-
repeating your joke.
I said you're just being shellfish.
Oh, that's pretty bad. I wish you
Yeah,
hadn't
it was
repeated
pretty-
that.
Hey, that's what I said. Sometimes you got to listen.
You
to
done
me
lost
when I
control
talk
of the
shit.
show.
gonna
Get back
steal.
to Mike, please.
And you don't
We-
like Christian Bale? Why?
Because he gave me that joke.
Obviously jealous.
He said, "You shish. It's funny." Anyway,
Take your
Back,
retainer.
let's go back to Mike. Mike
let's
had
go
some
back to
interesting
Mike.
stuff.
How's it going, Mike?
How's it going, buddy?
He's
I don't know.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
He's just eyeballing me.
Yeah, you.
I feel like a ham sandwich.
No, I'm going to plug a show. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm
you got
plugging
a
the
show to
show in my
plug?
own head right
That's
now. I killed you 3 times already.
I could tell. Do we want to hit some news since we can't get any worse?
Please.
All right. A Kansas woman suspicious that someone had broken into her home later found her ex-boyfriend's legs punched through her ceiling. The Salina Journal reports a 23-year-old Salina woman called police to her house Thursday after finding her front door chain from the inside. Police say they searched the house but didn't find any intruder. 2 hours later, the woman and her current boyfriend heard a noise and found the 25-year-old former boyfriend had fallen partly through the living room ceiling. Police say the suspect, Tyler Bergkamp, was hiding in the attic. The current boyfriend pulled Bergkamp's legs through the ceiling and began fighting him. Bergkamp faces several charges, including aggravated burglary and criminal threat.
What was his last name?
Bergkamp,
So he was perched
Yep.
up in the ceiling.
not Bird. Yeah. Yeah, that would be
gotta
bad
go.
because if his feet and legs were sticking through the ceiling, he racked himself on a
Oh
ceiling
yeah.
beam.
All that dude had to do is keep jumping, pulling his legs.
Exactly. I won. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Yep.
They found a book up there that said "Voyeur for Dummies."
Yep. And a drill with a hole ball because he
Just
was
put
in.
2 holes here, preferably not your feet.
Yeah, well, he didn't bring a drill, so he had to punch it in with. I'll just jump up and down. We'll get there.
He was a real romantic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Voyeurism is romantic. They just don't know it. I'm using that as a joke. I'm writing that down, actually.
Oh, you
Sorry.
bastard! That's a good one.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was actually when I was I was manager at a night manager at a Holiday Inn down in South Florida years and years ago, like when I was like 21 years old, and we actually had somebody fall through our lobby ceiling, in much the same way.
Really?
Yeah, and there was about 20-foot high ceilings on the marble floor,
Oh.
and he
wow.
landed on his head.
Oh.
Because our night auditor was checking somebody in. They heard he just thought it was somebody up on the second floor in the banquet rooms moving furniture around because he heard something banging on the floor up there. And what had happened is this guy was high on all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it was,
Scotty.
but he broke in.
You know,
He
I'm
broke
sick
in
of being
and punched his way
typecasted
up.
in this world.
He punched his way up in the ceiling and got lost and couldn't find his way out. So he just started kicking. And the night auditor said he started seeing plaster fall out of the ceiling, and he saw a foot come through, and then a guy stuck his head out and said, "Catch me, I'm going to fall." And he just looked at him and said, "Well, I guess you're going to fall." And the guy fell out, landed on his head, 20-foot drop on the marble floors, landed head first, jumped up, and ran out the building.
Did they catch him?
Yes, because he jumped into a police car and said, "Somebody's chasing me," because the night auditor was chasing him. So, yeah, as the bellman was on the phone, the dispatcher said, "Well, hold on, sir. I think he just jumped into one of our cruisers."
And that's how Mike Wells met Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty Mays.
Actually, that story is true.
So was that one.
That's how we met.
That is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's when I was first introduced to a poop noodle.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just
First
going.
time in prison is what you're
I
saying.
got a feeling that's not the first time.
No.
I'm going to make a snack called poop noodles. No,
Top ramen.
I got nothing for
Yeah,
that.
peanut butter and ramen. That's your poop noodles.
No, it sounds delicious. Sounds
does,
like every
yes.
college student's dream.
Yep, come get you some poop. Rhode Island nudist campground is looking for a lifeguard, and the uniform is cheap. Nothing. The Providence Journal reports Dire Woods.
Yeah.
Dire Woods
A lot of dead wood
nudist
at nude beaches.
campgrounds. What's that?
I said there's a lot of dead wood at these beaches.
Yep, Dire Woods. Dire Woods nudist campgrounds help wanted notice for a lifeguard this summer. Says qualified candidates must have, quote, excellent communication skills and the ability to work as part of a team. Campground president Jim Johnson says the lifeguard can wear a swimsuit, but it's not necessary. The campground offers swimming, hiking, volleyball, and sauna for people who aren't afraid to bear it all. Johnson says there's, quote, really no difference between the Dire Woods camp in Foster and a regular campground. He says it's a family campground and people just show up to relax.
My thing is,
let it all hang out.
the thing is, if you're saving somebody from drowning, like last thing you want is like have their penis hit you in the
Where
leg.
did you get
constantly.
that story at? Because all I know is I heard Johnson, Woods, like there's all
And
kinds of
family.
names that should not be in that story.
I got that story because I applied for the job.
Guess who's going to Dire Woods?
Yeah, I'm going camping. I can't remember where I got that story at. I might have just made it all up, right?
The
Are you
names.
questioning
No,
my
no, no,
Are you
I'm just-
questioning
the
my
names.
integrity?
The names, that's all.
The only thing I'm questioning is the fact that it's a family campground.
Integrity.
Yeah, well, why can't you have a family of nudists? They have to come somewhere. Nudists have to they have to reproduce. So wouldn't parents that are nudists have children that are nudists?
Probably.
I learned it from watching you.
You
The
can't
more
walk
you know.
into a Pizza Hut like that, Jimmy.
That's true. Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, there's all kinds of names in there, but Dire Woods is
Garofalo, Man, and Schultz. That's all I wanted to say.
yeah, that's that would be rough. So anyway, if anybody's looking for a summer job out there in the college, why not? You can go be a lifeguard at a nudist camp.
How much does it pay? Let's get down to brass tacks here.
Yeah, I would think.
I thought you said breast tax. I was like,
yeah, let's get down to breast tax. That's what I would think they would
Is
charge.
CPR
for.
different out there from a mouth to? Never mind. Good.
Well, I don't think that's a breathing organ.
Oh, it's not.
it's a breeding one.
Yes, it is. Well, although
And you
they
can kill the
do
female if you
apparently
do it
have,
that
like,
too much, so,
they do advertise breathable panty liners, so it could be. I don't know. It's worth a try. You can ask.
Geez.
So this is good.
Yeah. Moving on. It's like something from a Monty Python sketch. Portions of a 16th century Scottish castle were recently closed to the public due to a, quote, very angry badger. The tunnel at Craigneithen Castle was closed last week because of the animal, said Historic Scotland, which manages the property. The badger apparently wandered in from a nearby forest. It's not clear what the animal did to leave the impression that it was very angry. Observers on Twitter suggested feeding mushrooms, peanuts, and peanut butter to the badger, but cameras sent in on Saturday revealed the Historic Scotland's cat food plot may have worked, as the creature appeared to have fled the scene. So they got rid of a badger with cat food. Nothing.
I don't even know what this.
I was
Nothing.
actually gonna I was just gonna sit back and listen
A
to
badger or cat
the
food?
genius of
Yes.
Ranson over here.
Well, Ransom checked out about
Yeah, exactly,
5 minutes into the
exactly.
show.
Badger or cat? Like, why did they choose cat food though?
I don't know. I guess
Because a badger's a bad, but
I guess
can't
they
say
used all their peanut
ASS.
butter on the dog. I don't know. I've never. You okay over there? Just keeps getting worse, doesn't it?
Man, that was
Somebody's bringing in flowers because they know this is dead.
Yeah, we're
for the
dead.
show.
Yep. All right, moving on.
So how much do you like your job?
My job here?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't pay me.
Oh.
Get what you pay for, Mike.
That's true.
A 5-story mural of a blue penis.
Really? Please said they had blue balls.
A 5-story mural of a blue penis painted on a Stockholm apartment. Has Stockholm syndrome at that. Apartment building is to be covered up after locals mobilized against it. They didn't. They mobilized. Mobilized against. It rubbed them the wrong way, I'm guessing. The piece by artist Carolina Falkholt, sorry, was up for only a week before neighbors began to take action. The company that owns the block, Atrium Lundberg, told the local publication Aftonbladet. Sorry, this is Sweden.
Those Swedes.
Uh,
It was a Swedish penis, so we're okay.
You could ski down it perfectly.
Yeah.
You can buy them at IKEA.
Yes. Anyway,
of
the
What's going on, Don? Come on, buddy.
I'm trying to get through this, man. It's sometimes you get thrown off by a giant blue penis. Is all
Right.
I'm gonna say.
Imagine giving
Blue
directions
penis
to.
out, Tom.
So you're going to see
Sorry.
this big blue penis on the left.
Yeah,
We
you wanna
live
turn
at just
left,
the tip.
right?
We live at just the tip of it.
Yeah. Anyway, according to Camilla Klimt of Atrium, the marketing manager,
Chlamydia.
told that the culture and art are important in developing interesting urban environments. Of course, we care about artistic freedom, but at the same time, we must respect neighbors' opinions. She added that they would let the penis remain for a short amount of time so others can enjoy the art before it's painted over.
Let the penis stay.
Yeah. I don't know why the tenants are so flaccid about it.
Yes.
Like 2 weeks ago, I looked at
Yeah.
a house. True story. I looked at a house in Franklin that was brick, and somebody vandalized a gigantic penis on the side of the chimney. And my wife's like, "Well, we'd have to get that off there." And I literally just looked at her and go, "Why? Why would we take that
The
off? That's
smoke.
art."
That's
The
perfect.
smoke
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
So was it designed to where the smoke came right out of the tip?
No, it was lower. If they had a ladder,
yeah.
that would have been.
Well, if it
magnificent,
was
but
white smoke, it means there's a new pope. That's how they decide that.
The king
And
has
all the
risen.
children celebrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh,
I quit.
I think my spleen.
Mike, you want to take the lead
Yeah,
here?
Mike,
Yeah.
oh,
So
yeah.
there I am,
Well, Scotty's
right?
guest co-host. He needs to step it up. You need
Well,
to
I
step
tried
up
to
your
step it
game,
up earlier,
Scotty.
and everybody was just like, "Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Fancy Pants. Tell us about your show."
And then you didn't do anything.
I know.
You did
got
it to
It
yourself.
was like the
self-conscious.
worst plug ever.
Once
Yeah,
again,
you
he
got
blames somebody else
self-conscious about
for
your
his
own
fault.
show.
Branson,
I'm really
am-
tired of this, Scott.
Let me tell you about accountability. I have none. Okay,
Okay.
it's your fault, not mine. Everything
All
was
right.
going fine
Right,
until
you
you
guys are
showed
being
up.
really catty
right.
right now.
And
You know, that's true. That's true, Scotty.
Wait a minute, what?
Every
Wait, what?
yeah,
How'd you do that?
You brought this show down.
I
Ransom.
always do.
I'm also a master
I keep
manipulator.
forgetting
So what are you doing next week?
that. I don't know. You want to come on the show?
Who's hosting? Because you're not.
no. But I gotta
There's some
find
cops
somebody else.
outside waiting on you to finish.
Just show me what button to
All
push.
right. You push all the right buttons, Scotty.
Hey, thanks, man. You had me at
Phew.
You had me.
you had
at-
me at Paul Red Sucks.
Had you at Joe
I'm
Bell.
glad I never had to push any buttons to get on the show.
I had to screw somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what all this button
Oh,
pushing
mine was
is.
just a belly button.
Oh, I was deep.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just deep. I had to have sex with somebody to
Was
get on
this-
the show.
Yeah.
Did you have expectations? Because we need to talk about that.
No.
All right.
Okay, good.
Anytime you're here, I'm like, whatever.
Because we hate to disappoint.
Oh, sure.
I mean, within this room.
Yeah.
As long
Of
as we
course.
have fun within this room, it's
Yeah,
good.
family's
people
one
listening
thing.
outside.
Yeah, like family, no big deal.
This is a family
It's like par
show
for the
like
course.
Dyer Woods is a family campground.
Only certain people prefer it.
Yep. See, that's where they should have a painting with a giant blue penis.
You
Just to
think
let you know.
campground-
Her
how
Yeah.
inspiration was the Blue Man Group.
it could
That's
have
all I
been.
kept on thinking about. She,
Yeah.
like, growing up, like, I really like this Blue Man
Yeah,
Group.
she was a blue man groupie.
They
Yeah.
should carve a tree out of wood.
Well, that would have
And then
made more
paint it
sense.
blue.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But this was an actual painting. It was on a big banner. That.
Oh, you don't
was-
say. I missed that part of the story.
Oh, it was a banner.
Yeah, it was a painting.
Did you guys
It was on
miss
paint
I
that
thought it was
on a
like
banner.
on the actual
Wow.
building.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe you should read it again, Don. We missed that part of the story.
You sound like you did.
No.
You also missed the part about host of the radio show Don Smith.
I'm
You
sorry.
also missed the part about guest Ransom Curry.
see how good his acting skills are though? Like,
Yeah.
Still not better than
Exactly.
Christian
I felt
Bale.
heat.
Still not better than Christian Bale.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely no Christian Bale. I'll give you that.
No, definitely
Thank
not.
God.
Don's got talent.
you should really
Thank
watch. You should.
See,
You,
I feel like I
now
got to kiss
you
back up a little
remembered,
bit.
huh?
Yeah.
you should really watch The Machinist.
Don
man.
is a
I'm telling
god.
You
Okay.
would- you would
I will
give it a chance.
I will give it an honest try.
I don't believe you.
You are correct. No.
So like book clubs, we have give me a movie. Give me a movie you recommend. I'll go watch it and I'll give you.
Here's
some
a
don't
good question
recommend
for you.
any
How do
movies.
you
They
feel
all
about
suck.
Nicolas Cage?
Love him.
Fantastic.
Are you kidding?
That is the worst actor. Me and Mike.
Yes, I'm kidding you.
Oh man.
I almost shot myself.
I just wanted to get that reaction out of you because I knew that's what it would
I don't
be.
know. Raising Arizona was Academy Award.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's been
type.
movies I've liked,
There are
but as
some
soon as
movies
he
he's
talks
done well in.
Con Air and he says, "Get the bunny back in the box," and that's like
I
a real
have
line.
So many people tell me how great that movie is,
Oh
and
my
that movie
God.
just gets on my
Me
nerves.
too. I hate
Just-
it.
I mean, even the good actors that were in that movie were terrible.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because I mean, what's Malkovich? Is
Yeah.
a good actor.
Well, Chappelle was in
He
it
was
too.
terrible in it.
That's right. He was. I forgot.
Chappelle
about
was in
that.
it.
I bet he regrets every minute of that.
Nick Cage ruined my career.
No, he hates Half Baked.
Does he? I didn't.
Yeah,
know
he said I was watching a interview with him, and he hates it because he's like, I made a movie for weed, about weed for kids, and he's like hates the movie because of that. I'm just like, man, that's such a good movie.
It's like the direct opposite of Scotty.
Don, if you end the show on that comment,
All right. Well, thank you.
only because I had nothing for that.
But no,
Because it was-
I've had so many people
I
that
was
tell me
blindsided.
that I'm crazy for not liking Con Air, and that
It's
to
a
me
terrible
is a
movie.
terrible movie.
yeah, it is not a great movie.
Yeah. See, Scotty, what about you?
Not a fan.
Okay,
Not a-
okay. That's
So
and
here's
that's
the
Con
thing,
Air
though.
2 is legit.
Now,
All right.
I will say, I love the scene when the guy on the plane, his friend on the plane, gets shot.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I'm just waiting for him to go, Bubba, no, because it was like Forrest Gump scene all over again.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting because it was the same guy. It was Bubba.
Oh, it was. You're right.
Yeah, it was. It was Bubba that got shot on the plane. That was
Really?
his friend in Con Air.
Well,
It
you
was
know,
the same guy that
the
played
fact that
Bubba.
you're asking me my opinion on that, so I do have a confession. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time is Disorderlies with the Fat Boys. Back in the, I don't know if you
I've
remember
never
that.
seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it. It's terrible.
it's
But there is
pretty
one
bad.
Nicolas Cage movie I love. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. It's The Family Man, especially at
I
Christmas.
don't
time.
think I've seen that.
Love
one.
that movie.
Does it still choke you up?
Absolutely. Not even gonna lie about it.
My
I
favorite
bet
movie.
when you start catching some feelings watching a movie, you're like,
Get a case of the
Oh
feels.
man.
man,
I'll tell you what. Last night, Adam Sandler show, caught some feelings, teared up.
yeah.
Yeah, he did a tribute to Chris Farley, man. And
Oh.
it's amazing. Played Chris Farley in the backdrop of like the TV. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix.
Were your feelings alcohol induced too?
No, not at all, because they were $9 for a beer. So that is
ridiculous,
not
man.
my
Yeah,
price.
that's how you quit drinking. Actually,
Yeah.
you go to a concert.
I had a water,
Yeah.
and that was $4.
That's why you smuggle water bottles in filled with vodka. That's what
I-
I used to do at Kings Island.
That's why you take vodka and put it up your poop noodle and
Yeah.
smuggle it in. Like,
I was going to say, not everybody
think
can
you
fit
smuggle
full
that
bottles
in.
of water up there, Scotty. I mean, you've had to practice, but not everybody can do that.
Scotty has a
Sometimes.
roommate that lives in there. Are you kidding me?
What's
Yeah.
that?
A
As
fist
a matter of
is
fact,
warm.
he's
Well,
controlling
yeah.
everything I say.
Who doesn't?
You're
But
a
not
puppet.
bottles of water, because a fist doesn't remain there for long.
Say hello to Scotty.
Is this an
Have
extended
we?
show? This week?
No, this is.
Looks like the dean's here. He wants to talk to you.
Yeah, awesome. He's my next guest actually, as he escorts me off the property.
No, his name's Dean.
Yeah.
He's the bouncer.
And by the way, be sure to tune in tonight from 5 to 7 for Ohio's on Fire. Speaking of Dean, because Dan Dean
Yes.
and I Wish I Was Laughing will be on there, probably
2%.
with Wendy, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Who's who hosts that?
Daniel Diesel or Dan
The
Diesel.
Diesel.
The Diesel.
The Super Diesel. Actually,
Yeah.
we called him at one point. Have you been on it? Have you been on the show Ohio's on Fire? You have to go.
We haven't reached that level.
Yeah, you
of,
have that level of professionalism
Yeah.
to be able to get on there.
I
Yeah,
don't think
it
he'll
takes
like
a
me.
lot.
So
I did it twice, and I'm pretty sure I'm banned.
Yeah. I love having Dan on my show, and I love being on his show because he gets really nervous if you start talking about subject matter that he thinks shouldn't be on the air.
Gotcha.
And the last time he was on my show, about all he did is he sat over there and hummed into the microphone because he was so uptight and nervous about what we were talking
Oh,
about.
you
He was
see
just
it too. He gets so nervous.
just killed me.
Yeah, I can't be on there.
Oh, you would have a blast.
Anal sex.
Show bell. All right.
Noodle.
Yeah,
I
you'd have
think.
to
Do you have anything? Do you have
Yeah, I
anything
got-
to plug, Mike?
Actually, got a ton of stuff.
Well,
not
you
that
have
anybody.
20 seconds.
Yes,
Not the-
22.
okay.
You've had 2 hours.
all right.
Now
You gotta wait
17.
till now.
Time's
So-
up.
15 seconds.
Hurry up, dude.
but,
Get it out of there.
So on the 20,
Good job, Mike. Can't wait to see you there.
So on the 27th, I'll be in the Hideout in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Or his panic room.
And then I was on the second World Series of Comedy in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then on the third, I'll be doing Youngstown Comedy Festival. And then on the fourth, if I don't advance, I'll be at the Feathers show in front of Aaron's place.
Awesome.
And then probably stuff in between then. I don't know.
Sounds exciting.
I'm tired. I'm very tired.
Been
And
an exhausting show.
Well,
man.
tonight I'm at Morty's. So
Cool.
forgot about Morty's.
Scotty, the Phoenix
No,
something
I'm
or
not
other
doing
up
it.
in
I'm not
somewhere.
Doing it. I don't care. I don't.
You're done?
No, I'm
You're
not.
done?
I'm doing
All right.
something next Friday in Sydney.
Yeah.
Some people are butthurt about it. Some aren't. You whatever.
Man
who
Lovers
is?
Coffee
Who is?
House.
I guess some other people book shows in Sydney, and I had no idea that there was some conflict going on. And,
Ooh,
you know
jerk.
what? I'm already
man.
committed to this. I already
You
said I
went in
would
somebody's
do it.
territory. You're a snake.
Well, maybe that somebody should book. me
You
for
are
their
a
shows.
snake.
You're
It wasn't
trampling
my
on
fault. I'm
somebody's
not the one
turf.
that booked it.
Oh.
It was just I
You're
didn't
still
know
a
about
snake.
this till last
Oh,
week.
so they should be upset with the person that booked it.
Well, yeah, but they'll do people are very passive aggressive on Facebook.
That is
so
true.
if you got
That
a
is
problem
true.
with people, take it to them directly.
Yeah.
That's how you get things
And then
done.
fight them to the death
Right,
Absolutely.
absolute- in a cage.
Absolutely.
in the cage.
Yeah.
That's why I hope I'm always on Dan Dean's good side. That dude is a jujitsu
Yeah, I don't want to
bad
do that.
mamma jamma.
I've like made jokes at him, and he gives me a look, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Sorry.
You're about to get the 5-finger death
Yeah, I
punch
don't
right
want
to your
any part of
chest.
that.
All right. Branson,
Let's
what do you got
see.
going on?
Next
I know
Wednesday, I'm at the Dayton Funny Bone with Doug Morgan and Jeremy Johnson and somebody else. Not sure who else.
Cool.
Got that video coming out later today for the film festival. Wiley's Mother's Day weekend. I'll be there with Brian Swinehart, and that's it for now.
All right. Well, that's all that I have patience for. So we'll we'll go ahead and call this a show and
Hey, thank you,
and
Don.
call it a few
Thank
other
you,
things.
Don.
Hey,
No.
thank you guys for coming.
Don, thank you.
It has been a pleasure.
No, thank you.
Absolutely.
No,
Will's
thank you.
For your pleasure.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not thanking you at all.
No, he's not thanking you.
Yeah,
No.
we won't be back.
These
next
mics are
week.
ribbed for your pleasure.
Tune in
What?
next week to see somebody else. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network,
Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
I'm going to make a snack called poop noodles.